sent his son. God becomes man because of the humility, becomes one of us. He dwells among us. Dwelling among us means he's simple like us. He's identical to us. He's one of us. We can eat with him. We can dine with him. He's available to us. He can listen to us. That is the humility. That you are, and above all, he's there for us. It's the humility that makes us be there for others. That is a servant to serve us, to present us to God, to sacrifice himself so that we can be like God again. That is humility that sacrifices for others, that dies for others, that comes for others. And when that humility is visible, then there is happiness. Because there is no happiness if you are not humble to sacrifice for others, to die for others, to be there for others, to be like others. You die to yourself. And it continues. It's a beautiful, beautiful gospel message. It's beautiful. The most beautiful that has ever been written. This first letter, this gospel of St. John, that's how he begins. He begins like that. That is humility which brought happiness. It is sacrifice which brought happiness. It's death to oneself which brought happiness. And he continues. John the Baptist says, this was the light, but when he came in the world, he was not recognized. That's humility. And John says, they talk of him, you know, this John the Evangelist is talking about John the Baptist. Says, he was not the light. He was only witness. That's the humility of John again. That is the humility which brings happiness, which brings joy, which brings fulfillment. That there is somebody who recognizes another, who praises another, who promotes the other, who is there for the other, who says, and he says, this one was there before me. I can stand here to talk on his behalf, but he was there before me. That is what brings happiness. When we take note and say, welcome, we respect you. We love you. You belong here. You are better than us. You have worked hard. You have made us what we are. It's because of you that we are there. That is the humble spirit that makes others happy. That promotes the others, promotes the talent, sees this one is more talented than I am. That there is no jealousy, there is praise, there is happiness, there is the glory of God which is visible in others. And that is the Christmas joy. The source of the Christmas joy, the reason for the Christmas joy is the humility. It's lovely, isn't it? What do you think? Ninyi mmekuaje leo? Si nzuri? Ama mnaonaje? Ama niongee kwa Kiswahili ndio muelewe. Kiingereza inaingia? Mko sawa na Kiingereza? Because I pray and think in English. And I dream in English. Okay. Well. Secondly, the happiness is brought out when you read the first reading. First reading, it says here, miisho yote ya dunia itauona wokovu wa Mungu wetu. is accessible to our service, when everyone is loved by us, when everybody can belong, regardless of the tribe, language, height, origin, that everyone is there. Vile tulivyo sasa. This is the way it is as a family. We live together. Hapana kugombana kila siku. Today you go home, let everyone see that happiness in you. That you can be there for others. Utakula na wengine. Hapana huyu ni huyu. Hapana yu. Mtaenda na hapo na hiyo. Wengine wamekuja hapa, hata nyumbani wamekosana. What kind of life is that? Mnanielewa vizuri? Yes, let everyone be happy where you are. You are a source of blessing, source of happiness, loving to everybody, serving everybody. Hapana tribe, language, nini, na wizi, na uongo, na udaku, na nini, hiyo naharibu kila kitu. Kana wengine. Thirdly, what brings his happiness is brought out in the letter to the Hebrews, that God is faithful. God is faithful. Jesus was faithful to what he was sent to do. Yani kwa Kiswahili, the best now is Swahili is better here. Uaminifu. Ukitaka furaha, watu wengine wafurahi, kuwa mwaminifu. Lipa madeni, fanya kazi yako. Kama ulipi madeni unapotea kila siku, unaambia mtu nakupenda na wewe sio mwaminifu, how would they be happy? Kila siku Mungu, kila siku Mungu, kila siku Mungu. How will they be happy? Mnakaaje leo? Be faithful to the promise. If you say you are coming, come. If you don't come, ask for forgiveness. Hapana acha tu. If you borrow money, don't switch off the phone. Asante.